Now, while most have basketball on their minds, baseball is just days away. Tigers opening day Monday, and then it is Whitecaps time. Joining me to talk about the 20th season, CEO Lou Chamberlain and Crash the River Rascal.
Yeah, look
Welcome.
what followed me over here.
Have you been on a couch this tight with Crash before? It's kind of awkward here.
Yeah, I know. He's such a big fella.
This is monumental for you. 20 years. I had to ask this morning. I said, has it been 20 years? And somebody told me, yeah. Where's the time gone?
I don't know. It's hard to believe. 20 years, it seems like yesterday to me, but we've had 20 years, almost 8 million fans, and more than, 100 Major League ball players that have been former Whitecaps that have made it to the Major Leagues. So
we're going to talk about that in just a bit, actually, but I was working in Lansing back when the Whitecaps started up, and we would come over and do stories about this team that out of nowhere is packing a fantastic stadium, and there's a line for tickets. And the crazy thing is, nothing has changed. The stadium has just gotten better, and the people are still coming out. You mentioned 8 million. Do you view yourselves as a model franchise? Because I know other teams around the country try to do what you do.
Well, we certainly have been fortunate. We've had a lot of success. We've had great support from the community. We have a great staff. We work hard at what we do, and we like to think that we do it well and that we really are a community asset. That's always been our goal, to be part of the fabric of the community. And if that's what a model franchise is, then we're glad to be one.
We do the food story every year. You just had the food tasting again, and that is what people look forward to. But there's also a lot with these characters. You've got Crash, you've got Frankie the Swimming Pig, you've got all of these things that make it a family-friendly environment.
Yeah,
I know I didn't name them all, Crash.
That's what it's all about. I mean, it's inexpensive family entertainment. That's the key to minor league baseball. And yes, it is about the baseball game, but it's also about the mascots, the crazy promotions, the great food. It's the whole package, and it's for the family, and it works great.
And there are so many names. You mentioned over 100. I was going to try and count how many Whitecaps players made the majors. Here are some of the guys that aren't necessarily with the Tigers. What comes to mind when you see some of these names that have made it with other franchises and some of the other guys who are still playing in the big leagues at this point?
Well, I mean, number one, it's just great to be able to say that I know those guys. And if you've been watching ball games here in West Michigan, you would have seen those guys up close and personal. And it's great to see them as they go through their careers in whatever organizations they wind up. I mean, I remember Jared Jurgens, great guy, one of my favorite ex-Whitecaps. He's no longer in the Tiger system, but that's okay.
And look at the Tiger system. Alex Avila, Infante, Santiago, Brennan Bosch, who's gone, Andy Dirk. So many of the guys that are making the playoffs in the World Series got their start here in West Michigan.
That's exactly right. So, and that's a big part of minor league baseball, is being able to say that I saw that kid right here in West Michigan on his way up. And then our affiliation with the Tigers is huge, because they can follow these players through the system and then be able to see them just 2 hours away in Comerica Park.
Crash, are you waiting to get the call from the majors, or are you happy right here?
Yeah, we keep trying to send him down there, and the Tigers keep sending him back.
I've always wanted to ask this. When you and Scott Lane and some of these other people from the front office started this, did you think 20 years later you would still be here and it would be happening the way it is, or did you think be here 3-4 years and then we'll get on out and move somewhere else?
Well, it was certainly our hope. Denny and I, my partner Denny Baxter and I, when we started it, we're from West Michigan. The whole idea was to bring minor league baseball to our hometown. We wanted it to become a tradition here in the community. We wanted it to be successful. We wanted it to stay. We wanted to contribute to the community, and we're glad that we're still here 20 years later.
And West Michigan is glad. Denny, or Lou and Crash, thanks for coming in.
Absolutely.
Final look at your top stories when we come back.